Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic related to ngFor, that is even odd keywords. Okay. Prior to this session, we have already discussed about many other keywords like index. We talked about first and last keyword. Similarly, in the same way, we are going to talk about another two new keywords, that is even and odd. So in this session, I'll tell you why do we need even odd keyword, how UI designer are utilizing even odd keyword to define their tables. Okay, because that is the practical example, right? So I'll tell you each and every use cases also why do we need this even odd keyword. But before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use the keyword even and odd. But prior to that, you should know about what is ngIf, what is ngFor, what all modules we need to use, and how to write the syntax for ngFor and ngIf. Okay, fine. So let's get started, and we are going to proceed in the similar way. Firstly, I'll explain you the requirement of the task. Once a requirement is clear, then we will write the logic to understand the concept. So for that, let's go to app.component.ts file. Here on this ts file, we will define one array. Now to define the array, I'll just expand this section, and here I will define one array with the name technology. Okay, so I just created this array with a square brackets. Now I will put all the required values here, like Java. It is just an example, okay? So I'm just putting some random data here. It is up to you, like if you want to change the data, that is also fine. I'm just telling you how to use the keywords. So Java, then we have Python, and then we can put here Angular, then we can put React, and one more we need, let's say any value or anything like C++, for example. Okay, let's save it. Oh, I think it is closed. Yeah, fine. So now you can see this technology array is ready. So this is the test data which we will be using for looping through one by one these values. Now, what are other prerequisites of using ngFor keywords? First is module, because if module is not imported, we will not even able to use the ngFor. So that is for very important thing. Okay, so for that, let's go to import section in the component.ts file only, and write here common module. Once you hit enter, it will automatically add this line for your system. If it is not there, please make sure to write it manually, because if it is not added, it won't allow you to write anything for ngFor or ngIf, and both comes in the same module. Okay, so don't get confused like you need to import it 2 times or 1 time. It's just a one-time thing. You just need to import it, and it will allow you to use both ngFor and ngIf. Clear? Fine. Now let's talk on requirement again. So requirement is that we want to print the even or odd values. That means if Java is even, we will write even. Python is odd, then even, odd. Now how it is actually calculating it, how it will calculate this thing, because we have noted down the characters. So will it use indexes? Let's see. Okay, I'll show you, because this is one of the best interview question also. If we have a logic written in characters, then how it will find out the even odd values. Okay, so let's don't go in a complex way. I'll explain you with an example. So let's go to app.component.html file. Here I will firstly put one heading h2, and I'll write ngFor directive with even and odd keyword, although it is smaller case, but just for the heading I am writing like this. Okay, perfect. Now what we will do, we will define one unordered list here, just to show this thing in a proper manner, and in this unordered list we will write li. And we all know that ngFor is just mainly to repeat a set of line. Okay, so here I want to repeat list item, so for that I am using li. Here I will write star ngFor. It will show you error, but it's fine because we have already imported this module, so you can simply go ahead, and here you will write let tech of technology. What it means? It means it will consider every element, each element with a tech. It will refer it each element with a tech. Okay, and as many times as we have this value, it will print the values. Let me show you an empty list. Okay, ng serve -- open. So for each element it will run this application, this li part. So you can see we are getting the blank. Why? Because we are not printing anything, but as per the logic it will repeat for each element. Let tech of technology, that means it will repeat for each element. Now if you want to print the values, you can simply go here and you can just define, you can use the double curly braces, and here you can write tech. Perfect. Now you can save it. So in the output you will see Java, Python, Angular, React, C++ are there. Clear? So this is the one thing. Now the next thing is, if you want to print this value, but are we getting the desired output? No, we are not getting, because we wanted to check if it is a even or odd. So how to check this? So to check this, you just need to write here let is even equal even. And remember one thing, this keyword should be in small case only. If you make it as capital E, it won't work. You can see it is giving the error. So for keyword you have to take care of this thing. In case of variable, if you are using capital I, that is fine, but while using it, make sure to use in the capital I in the same way only. Okay, so it depends on your requirement, like how you want to define, but this is fixed. You have to use it as even in a small case only. Then put semicolon again, and here you will write let is odd equal odd. Now you can save it. Okay, so what basically we did here, we just captured the value of even and odd, and now after this what we will do, we will use one ng span tag here, and this is basic HTML thing, so I'm assuming you all know that. Here I will check ngIf equal even is even. So in that case I will simply print even. Okay, and after that we will use span tag again, and here I will write star ngIf equal is odd something is wrong. Yes, we didn't provide the actual space here. Perfect. In fact it should be in the quotes. Similarly here also, although it will work, but still go with the flow. Okay, perfect. So is even, is odd we are checking, and here if it is odd we will simply mark it with -odd, and let's save it. Let's go to the logic output, and you are seeing that Java is even, Python is odd, Angular is even, React is odd, and C++ is even. Now my question is, how it is finding out this value even or odd? Because we are using characters. So is it calculating this value? No, it is not. It is checking for the index value. So as per the index value, it is deciding whether it's a even or odd. And as I mentioned, it is one of the best interview question, because sometimes just to trick the candidate, what they ask, they simply ask, we are getting this kind of output, now tell me how it is deciding whether it's a even or odd value. So in such scenario you have to say that it is for indexing, it is based on index value. And if they ask you to prove it, you just need to go here, write let I equal index. Index is a keyword, so keep it in the same way. I, instead of I, you can put anything else, it is up to you. And then just simply write like this. So what it will do, it will print the values also, index value also. So Java 0 even, Python 1 odd, Angular 2 even, React 3 odd, and C++ 4 even. Okay, so this is how you can answer the question if someone asks you in a tricky way. Clear? So basically in this session we discussed how to use even, odd, keyword for ngFor while calculating the values. And same thing, now as I mentioned, like we will discuss how UI team is using it. So let's say if there is a table, okay, in that table they want to print even number rows with red color and odd number row with blue color. So they can simply use this logic, right? They decide if it is even, they will write the logic for blue color. If it is odd, they will decide that create the logic for red color. Clear? So I think now this part is clear, like how UI team is using. So that's all for today, and in the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.